Hey Wanderers, it's Jess here. I just wanted to update you all and let you know that I am stepping down as co-host of Wicked Wanderings. I have thoroughly enjoyed this little adventure that I have been on, but it is time for me to focus on other things, and Hannah and Rob are going to continue with Wicked Wanderings, so I hope you all continue to support as I will be doing. And I just wanted to let you know, kind of say goodbye, and I will miss you all and miss our recording nights, Hannah and Rob. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and keep on wandering.
I was holding it until you're like, farewell. I mean, you're saying, I do, for you. And
How do we sign off? And always remember to keep on wandering.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm Hannah.
Join us as we delve into true crime, paranormal encounters, and all things spooky.
So grab your flashlight and get ready to wander into the darkness with us.
This is Wicked Wanderings.
Hi, Jess.
Hi, Hannah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm so great. Hi, Rob. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Kenzie. Okay.
She's a little bitch. She's not responding. That's rude. Just kidding, Kenzie. You're too cute to be a bitch.
So tonight's a little different. It's going... What's the word I'm looking for? I just said it. Non-scripted tonight. And we're just going to talk about some facts about serial killers because...
I mean, who doesn't love some info about serial killers?
Yeah. So I figured I'll look at one and then you could find one and then we'll just go from there.
All right,
cool. So, do you know what the 4 types of serial killers are?
I mean, I feel like I kind of cheated because I just read it, but let's see if I remember.
Okay.
Visionary.
Yep.
Mission-oriented.
Yep.
The third one was more of like power and control. Or was that the fourth one?
That was the fourth one.
Fourth one. And the third one was the Jeffrey Dahmer type, like sexual drive and...
Hedonistic.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So the visionary was you believe that a separate entity is commanding them to kill.
So who would be an example of that?
So, well, actually, in this book, it actually talks about an Uber driver.
Really?
Uber driver killer that actually believed that, like, Satan was talking to him through the Uber app.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can find that for the episode.
Okay.
So I thought that was cool. Mission-oriented. So murder as a way to rid society of a particular group of people, which you mentioned.
The ones that kill the prostitutes. Yes. And
Hedonistic. So you kill for their own personal satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
Sexually motivated, which you mentioned was Dahmer,
mm-hmm.
right? And then power and control, which is...
Would it be Bundy?
Bundy. I feel like it's Bundy.
Yeah.
Totally Bundy.
I'm thinking BTK would probably be the sexually motivated, hedonistic, because he bind, torture, kill. I mean, I guess. I feel like all of them, to a certain extent, have control issues. But BTK is my favorite just because the way he got caught. He's such an idiot. He deserved it. However, there were years between his killings, which is crazy.
Right, because usually there's, a small amount of time, but not that long.
He went like 20 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Remember how you told me about the Dark Mind episode about Israel Keys?
Yes.
I'd actually watched that for the episode.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. That was a random thought one night when I was sitting there. And I'm like, wait a second. I did watch that.
Okay, well, I'm doing... Oh, ha ha ha!
Found it. Do tell us about...
Okay.
The Uber killer.
So the question is, what Uber driver turned spree killer killed because he claimed the devil spoke to him through his Uber app?
Was it Jason Dalton?
Oh, yes, it was. So on a single... Sorry it took so long. On a single night in February 2016, 6 people were killed in Kalamazoo County, Michigan, by a man named Jason Dalton.
There's an article in GQ, and it was One Night of Terror. You want to see what he looks like?
Oh, Lord in heaven.
He's kind of like an older, heavier Matt Damon with a Beatles haircut.
That is the nicest thing you probably could say to that man.
But angry looking.
Dalton opened fire in seemingly random locations around the city, an apartment complex, outside restaurant, and in a car dealership. When police arrested Dalton, a man with no prior history of mental illness, he claimed that his Uber mobile app had driven him to commit the mass shootings.
What?
Dalton said that the Uber symbol reminded him of the sigil of the Order of the Eastern Star, a Masonic fraternity, and that it took control of his entire body. He said that when he pushed the app on his phone, a new app popped up, and the devil spoke directly to him through the screen. Apparently, his app switched from black to red, and that's when the devil was in control. He told police, I just tapped it, and then there was like a devil head that popped up. It was some sort of like horned head, like a cow head or something. When I tapped that, it said that I could say whatever I wanted to. There'd be no repercussions. When it's in that black mode, it literally has control of you. It would do a little blink at me. The minute that the app went from black to red, it had my presence.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
The parents who put the camera up in the bathroom, and then you can say all the bad words you want while you're here. You just get it all out right now, and then when I come back, you can't say them anymore. Have you ever seen those?
No.
And so you see these little, like, 5-year-olds, motherfucker. There was an English one with this kid that seems like he was like 4 years old, and all you hear him say is "kunt" or "kunt." It was the cutest thing. I need to find them on Instagram and start sending them to you.
Yes, please,
because they're adorable. But I watch them and I'm like, wow, I wonder what these kids see or learn from their parents. Let's see. Crossbow cannibal. Oh, I'm in the cannibal section.
Ooh, do tell.
Okay, how about this one? What Baltimore serial killer turned his victims into homemade burgers?
Yummy.
I might think again before eating one after reading this. Joe Metheny was a mountain of a man, 6'1" and 450 pounds.
Damn.
He cut an imposing figure with his huge gut and shaved head. And after his wife walked out on him in 1994, I wonder why, he dedicated his life to finding her and killing her.
Oh my God.
Metheny, I think is how you say his name, but that's how we are going to pronounce it today. Never found his wayward ex-wife, so instead he targeted the next best thing. Surrogates for the woman he hated. Metheny found himself underneath a bridge one night, the same location his ex-wife would buy drugs, and there he found 2 homeless men he believed knew her. When the men denied all knowledge, Metheny bludgeoned them to death with an axe and threw their bodies in a river. Metheny served a year in prison for this attack, but was then released due to lack of evidence. He immediately went back to his murderous ways, killing 2 sex workers, but this time Metheny brought the bodies home. Decided to get creative with body disposal, he ground up the bodies and mixed them with beef and pork into burger patties. Ugh.
Sorry, that was me just trying to... Oh, God.
Metheny then sold these patties to the public through a barbecue stand outside his house. Secrets in the sauce. Have you ever seen fried green tomatoes?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love fried green tomatoes, but that was one time, supposedly.
When Metheny ran out of his special meat, he'd search for another sex worker. However, one potential victim escaped his clutches and gave the police his information. Upon his arrest, Metheny proudly told the investigators about his human burger business. Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm just going to flip to random ones now. That's got some cool books.
So,
cool
based
info.
off of our little 4 types, I feel like he's 2, right? So he's mission-oriented.
Yes. And hedonist. Well,
But I feel like maybe it's a little power and control.
yeah. I was going to say there's no sexual component to that. It didn't seem.
Yeah, no, he just...
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Interesting.
And where my guy was just visionary.
Mm-hmm.
because he thought somebody was controlling him. Interesting. All right.
Just pick them at random. I think I like that.
Oh my God. Why does this question have to be asked? Okay. This isn't a case, but it's a question. Is it illegal to eat another person?
You know, I want to say yes, but I feel like it's no, because why would they put that in the book if it...
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
A sincere expression of gratitude to our esteemed patrons,
Ashley and Karen,
Kate and Stephanie,
Amber and Courtney,
Chelsea and Heather,
Lynn and Margie,
Mark and Jake, for their generous monthly contributions. Their support fuels the engine of our investigative endeavors here at Wicked Wanderings.
You too can become a valued patron and unlock a realm of exclusive content by supporting our mission for as little as $3 a month. Your contribution sustains our commitment to delivering high-quality content.
Visit wickedwanderingspodcast.com and click on the support tab to join the ranks of our dedicated patrons. Your investment not only keeps our podcast thriving, but also ensures that you are at the forefront of our intriguing discoveries with bonus content only available for those patron subscribers.
Thank you for considering this opportunity to deepen your engagement with Wicked Wanderings. Your support is paramount in enabling us to continue our journey into the realms of mystery and true crime. And now, back to the shit show.
Bizarrely, it's not illegal to
Knew it.
consume human meat in 49 of the 50 U.S. states. What?
What is the one state? Massachusetts?
The only exception is Idaho, which is legally able to sentence non-killing cannibals to up to 14 years in prison. But only 14 years. Oh my God. So despite this strangely relaxed law, there are laws surrounding periphery topics that put the topic of cannibalism into a gray legal area. For example, desecrating human corpses is against the law in every state. Okay, we know that.
Mm-hmm.
So sourcing body parts to consume would land any budding cannibal in a world of legal trouble. It's also illegal to own human body parts in all 50 states. But it's not. Because I've been to New York City and they sell bones. Isn't that technically a body part?
Yeah.
But
I
you
would
can buy
assume
it
so.
there.
Maybe New York has different rules. I don't know.
Now I'm curious. That was interesting.
That is interesting. My turn.
Your turn. Eeny beanie.
Oh, that's a boring one. I already did cannibalism.
He really wants us to talk about cannibalism tonight.
Yeah. What serial killing duo wanted to kill one woman of every teenage age?
What the fuck? I don't know.
Roy Norris and Lawrence Bittaker, more famously known as the Toolbox Killers.
Oh.
They were two of the most depraved and sadistic serial killers of all time. While cruelty and torture were their primary motivation for killing, Bittaker and Norris endeavored to complete a collection. Holy shit, Jess, just learn how to read. So they wanted to get a collection and kill one girl for every age between 13 and 19. Bittaker and Norris first became acquainted in prison in 1977. Big surprise. Then, once both were released, they teamed up and began cruising around Southern California in 1979, planning to abduct and torture women. They would trick girls into hitchhiking with them or simply snatch them off the streets into their van, which that was easy in the 70s, early 80s. People hitchhiked all the time. They'd snatch them off the streets into their van they nicknamed the Murder Mac. Now we have to rename Dave's truck. I'm just kidding. Once inside, Bittaker and Norris would restrain and gag the victims, then sexually assault and torture them for several hours. They would mostly use hand tools to carry out these horrific acts, eventually killing their victims via strangulation or with ice picks through their brains. As a killing duo, Bittaker and Norris took the lives of 5 young women, never achieving their goal of killing one girl of every teenage age. The pair would often record their torture sessions with pictures and audio tapes. I'm hoping they're burning in
Psychos?
hell now if they're dead.
Psychos. Who was the Canadian serial killer known as the Boozing Barber?
Ooh.
Gilbert Paul Jordan, aka the Boozing Barber, had one of the more unique modus operandi, MO for those of you who don't know, in serial killing history. Jordan would seduce women in bars, take them back to his barbershop, and then pour alcohol down their throats until they died. Okay. Jordan's killing spree began in 1965 and lasted until 1988, although he'd been indicted on several criminal charges before this, including rape, abduction, drunk driving, and car theft. Jordan would meet women or hire sex workers, then get them intoxicated. Once they passed out, Jordan continued to ply them with alcohol until it killed them. For many years, the connections between the deaths went unnoticed, as police believed the women simply died as a result of alcohol poisoning. It wasn't until an eyewitness linked Jordan to one of the deaths that he became a suspect. Jordan was only ever found guilty of the murder of one woman, but he killed between 8 and 10 by his own admission and attempted to kill close to 200 women in total.
I mean, that's kind of smart. Alcohol poisoning?
I would say so.
Yeah, because how could you prove? Who was the murderous YouTuber known as Mr. Anime? Trey Selsler was one of the first ever anime reviewers back when YouTube first launched. He became one of the most popular YouTubers at a time when influencers were still in their infancy. Known as Mr. Anime to his fans, Sessler was considered a normal teenager with a quirky interest. However, big surprise, anime, yeah. However, over time, Sessler's videos started getting a little darker. Between reviewing anime, Sessler would upload videos of himself using firearms. Eventually, his reviews became less about anime and more about guns, shooting, and violence. He then released a video entitled, Mr. Anime is Planning Something, where he told his fans he'd be taking some time off from YouTube. But on March 20th, 2012, Sessler lured his mother into a garage at their home and shot her in the chest with a shotgun. She probably wanted him to get a job and move out of the house. Sessler then located his brother, shooting him with a pistol, and then doing the same to his sleeping father. What a dick. He then wrecked their house from top to bottom and wrote, I don't know why I did this, on the toilet door. I don't know, Sessler, it sounds to me like there was some premeditation going on, but that's
and this
just
is
me.
why I don't have children.
Mm-hmm. Kenzie, you won't kill us, will you? Sessler's next stop was Waller High School. He drove there and waited outside the building for an hour, then he drove off. Police located him with ease, and Sessler was quick to confess, however, no motive was forthcoming. His whole demeanor was cold and distant, and he then revealed his true intentions, to shoot up his old school. Fortunately, for whatever reason, he changed his mind at the last minute. His only confession was that everything became too real. He was sentenced to life in prison in August of 2012, where he remains to this day. He has been in prison as long as I've been a masshole.
God. Whew. All right. What female serial murderer killed to support her shopping addiction?
Jessica?
More books.
I need more.
Okay.
I do not know, but I relate somewhat.
Over 4 weeks in 1994, American serial killer Dana Sue Gray killed 3 women for the sole reason of getting her fix of retail therapy.
I'm trying not to laugh because people died, but it's just...
It's... Why?
Yeah.
Dana Sue Gray was in financial trouble. She was unemployed and had built up a mountain of debt. So, desperate for money, Gray went to extreme lengths to fix her issues. She began murdering people for money. She strangled 3 women around Southern California, and barely an hour after their deaths used their credit cards to go on wild spending sprees. Gray's final intended victim, an antique store worker, survived her attack and was able to provide investigators with a description of Gray.
I mean, couldn't you just steal instead of murder people? Like, you're still gonna get caught using their shit.
Oh, boy. You just can't make this shit up.
No. What 13-year-old convinced her boyfriend to annihilate her entire family?
Wasn't Gypsy Rose?
Apparently, there have been quite a few.
Who knew?
In 2006, a vengeful 13-year-old convinced her boyfriend to murder her mother, father, and brother, all because they disapproved of her relationship. I actually think I've heard of this one. The girl, whose name has never been made public due to her age. That was weird. I just drank water and then air came up. I'm having issues.
It's like they
tonight.
know we're recording. It's like, fuck you. We want a voice. The demon inside's coming out. This is why you're not allowed in temple anymore.
I never was. They knew from birth.
Sorry, continue.
Also, the video I sent you is very true from what I've heard. The soaking.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
They think that just because they don't like I
someone
don't get
has
it.
to move the bed to make friction. Like, what kind of friend? I mean, that's a good friend, I guess, but
So I've heard like they think, oh well, if we're not actually like moving and having sex, then that doesn't mean. I'm sorry, but penetration is sex.
so
Oral sex is sex.
are they dry humping and then someone just moves the bed to make it friction?
No, the dick is actually in the vagina.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so the dick's in the vagina, and then you have someone else shaking it to
Shake the
but you're not having sex.
No, apparently.
Okay, I've just realized that Mormons are more loosey-goosey than the Baptists were. Wow.
Well, they think they can justify that it isn't sex.
Wow.
I mean,
That's fascinating.
right? I didn't know it was a thing. It must be recent.
That's why I'd love for you to do the religious trauma still on with me, but
Mhm.
because we got stuff to talk about.
Yeah. So if anyone out there, any Mormons out there listening, please email at wickedwanderingspodcasts@gmail.com and let us know about soaking. The things kids come up with these days, I tell ya.
Wow.
ya. Okay, anyway, sorry.
That's insane. Wow.
So this girl, who is not named, orchestrated one of the most violent and tragic murders in Canadian history.
Oh, Canadian.
Mm-hmm. And I thought all Canadians were nice. In April 2006, the duo stabbed the girl's parents to death, as well as her younger brother, who was just 8 years old. Bitch.
So both of them are doing it. So it wasn't like a Gypsy Rose thing where she just kind of let it happen.
The court transcripts detail a disturbing scene. The young brother pleading with his sister to spare his life.
Oh,
The girl stabbed him twice in the chest and then handed her brother over to her boyfriend, who slit the boy's throat.
what the fuck?
While it was the boyfriend who delivered the death blows, courts ruled that the girl had purposely encouraged and persuaded him to kill her family. This emerged after several witnesses had come forward to testify that they had heard her say that she hated her family and wanted them all dead, while others had overheard asking her boyfriend to kill them. Several hours after the brutal killings, the couple was spotted kissing and laughing in a nearby restaurant. The same night, they were overheard boasting of the murders at a party, with the boyfriend telling horrified guests that he had gutted his girlfriend's family like a fish.
Nice guy.
Also, just men, boys out there, no woman is worth this shit.
Absolutely fucking not.
No, we're crazy. Both were arrested the following day. In jail, the two swapped gushing love letters and the boyfriend proposed.
Blech.
His still smitten girlfriend accepted. The jury reached its verdict in 4 hours. Both were guilty, making the girl the youngest person in Canadian history to be convicted of murder.
Wow.
She currently resides in a mental facility but will be released in the ensuing years. Oh, did you know afterwards, this is interesting,
Okay.
after the case was closed, further strange findings came to light. The boyfriend allegedly believed he was a 300-year-old werewolf and often drank his own blood.
Oh, God. Okay, wrong species, first of all. That's a
Both-
vampire thing.
Both were members of several Gothic-based social media sites, with the boyfriend claiming his purpose in life was blood, destruction, guts, gore, and greed.
Okay, good alliteration. Okay, I guess no comment on that. Go ahead.
He also wrote poetry. And in one poem, he described how he was going to murder his girlfriend's parents by slitting their throats. And the girl posted several pictures of herself online holding handguns.
Cute. Great picture to start a profile.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to outdo that one.
I'm sure there's going to be. And what is this book? The Ultimate Serial Killer Guide book?
Yes, the Ultimate Serial Killer Trivia Book.
Oh, trivia book.
I'm not sure if Rob got me this or my mother got me this.
I thought it was Santa Claus.
Santa. You're right. I'm sorry, Santa. You're right.
I bought it, and then your mother found one in a book or one of those mini libraries.
Oh, right. For Jess,
and gave
right?
it to you.
Yeah.
And I think Jess has it.
Do I?
Yes.
I didn't think it was the same one.
It is different, but it's called the same thing.
Oh.
It has the same author.
Maybe a different edition.
So, not a case, but facts.
I like facts.
So, what are the 12 most common jobs among serial killers?
Janitor. Is that one?
Nope.
Dang it. Basement dweller.
Still living with parents.
So that is one.
No.
Oh, dang it.
So, let me go into...
Cable.
So, it goes into, like, what occupations, like, in little skill levels.
Okay.
So it says Michael Artenfield, a criminologist and serial killer researcher, identified a core list of 12 professions that are most likely to attract serial killers. Artenfield looked through the employment history of hundreds of incarcerated offenders and came up with the top 3 professions for each skill level. So, skilled occupations. They have an aircraft mechanist or assembler.
Mechanist?
Mechanist.
Mechanic?
That's what it says, mechanist.
Machinist. And I love you.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Aircraft machinist assembler. You can give a girl a master's degree, guys. Okay. They're going to take it away if they hear this. Shoemaker repair person. That's weird.
Is there such thing now? I mean, I guess.
An automobile upholsterer. So there's a semi-skilled occupations. Forestry worker, arborist.
Okay.
Truck driver.
Okay.
Warehouse manager.
I dated a warehouse manager once. I don't think he would kill a human.
You never know.
I can totally see the arborist, forest ranger,
I can
and
too.
the truck drivers.
Yep. Oh,
'cause they
absolutely.
totally have the means.
Did I send you that TikTok that had unsolved cases across the United States and how they're all like connected to like different like truck driving highways?
That would make sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It would be the perfect crime.
Mm-hmm. Don't get any ideas.
Unskilled occupations. General laborer, such as a mover or landscaper. Rob. You're on this list. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I'm sorry, was it?
Well, we're talking about the 12 most common jobs.
No, I know that. What was the last one you just said?
Landscaper.
General laborer, such as mover or landscaper.
But I'm considered a business owner.
But you're a landscaper.
Yeah, but I'm not a general laborist.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Is truck driver on there?
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. Hotel porter. What's a hotel porter?
A bellboy, maybe? I don't know.
A bellboy? Was this 1930? A bellboy.
No, they
Doesn't-
changed it to hotel whatever.
Doesn't Hyacinth say stop messing around with the porter in that episode that they go and stay at the hotel and the the major is there?
Oh, and the guy with the bags?
Yeah.
Bellboy.
It's a bellboy. That's what the porter is.
Sounds like it's 1930. Like, get the hotel porter.
You guys watch Keeping Up with Appearances?
Oh my God. I
Every
love
night.
Do you?
Oh, I could do the whole cast. I could do the whole cast. I
My
love that
family
show.
loves that show.
Right, it's so funny. I wish they came out with more. But anyways. Love Keeping Up
I'm
with
always shocked when we get to the end of the last season and we start the first season.
It's just
again.
like a good, fun show to watch at night that you don't really think about. And
Yeah.
So the only time that there's an ambulance in the whole series is episode 1. in the last episode.
Oh, no. Why?
No one dies.
no,
It's
yeah.
just
Oh,
She
okay.
just
Hyacinth like passes out or something like that, and she
Oh,
gets
no,
rushed
she gets
off.
hit in the head.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because she was Antoinette or something, or
No,
some
she
queen.
was a queen for the British something. Anywho, we're getting off topic. But the last one was for unskilled was gas station attendant. And then the professional and government occupations: police, security official,
Awkward.
military personnel,
Awkward.
religious official.
I see it.
I see it too, right? So as you might tell, these positions cover a broad spectrum of job types and industries, and very few of them overlap. However, Artenfield claims that many of these jobs might provide the worker with access to potential or vulnerable victims. Artenfield says it's a combination of mobility, power, whether structural or actual, and the fact many jobs also simultaneously satisfy the underlying paraphilias or sexual preoccupations also fuel killers. That was a lot of big words.
Like machinist. Or mechanist.
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 Machinist. Oh my God. I'm glad you're here, Jess. This is why you can't leave. Okay. Did you know Ted Bundy once worked the phones at Seattle's suicide hotline crisis center?
Know that. And that's how we met the author, was it? Or someone wrote a book about
Anne
it.
Rule.
Yeah.
As well as being a children's entertainer, John Wayne Gacy also managed a KFC restaurant.
He did, and he had parties over the bodies of his victims. Like he was charismatic. People would come over and have parties, and he built a barbecue over one of the bodies buried in his yard. And
Is this the guy that was the
clown?
clown? Yeah, that's what I thought. Joseph D'Angelo, the Golden State Killer, held
Just
three.
caught.
Yes, held three of the jobs listed above: police officer, military personnel, and truck driver.
So he was just doomed.
He was doomed. Doomed. We're doomed. While the top three professions for psychopaths, Oh my
Drink up.
God, I fail. While the top three professions for psychopaths are CEO, lawyer, and media personality, there have been 0 Western serial killers in these professions.
I wonder about podcaster.
We won't go there.
You need to listen for the lie.
Listen for the lie. Okay.
That's a good one. What uncaptured killer sent victims to watery graves in the Mississippi River? It just says, what are the common murder tools of a serial killer? It's very rare for a murderer to utilize an uncommon... That doesn't answer the question. Okay, beginning in 1997, multiple people have been found dead in a particular area of the Mississippi River in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Certain authorities believe these are simply freak accidents or statistical certainties, perhaps brought on by an inebriation or tomfoolery gone wrong.
Tomfoolery.
It's definitely the tomfoolery. However, some agencies believe that something more sinister might be at play. That was a dumb one. I can't end on that one.
No, yeah, keep looking.
What mysterious killer tormented the Japanese food industry? Throughout 1984 and 1985, a mysterious perpetrator or group calling themselves the Monster with 21 Faces conducted extortion and blackmail campaign against several Japanese food and drink companies. Glyco, a food company that produced a wide range of Japanese favorites, notably their Pocky and Pretz products, was the main target of the Monster's torment. In March 1984, 2 men in the ski masks abducted the president of Glyco, a man named Katsushika Izaki, from his home and took him to an empty warehouse in Osaka. The abductors left the man there, but luckily Izaki was able to escape on his own accord after 3 days of confinement. After the escape, the Monster with 21 Faces began tormenting Glyco and the police with letters, eventually demanding the equivalent of $11 million in payment. That was a dumb one, too. You picked the last one. I did 2 dumb ones.
Are you sure?
Yep.
All right, we're going back to cannibalism.
Okay.
Which serial killer abducted women and fed their body parts to each other?
Ooh, I don't know. Do tell.
Gary Heinrich, was a serial killing cannibal from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who would capture women and keep them imprisoned in his basement. Here he would rape and torture them individually, and in one case, he forced his captives to eat one of the others.
Gross.
To many people, he was Bishop Heinrich, head of the United Church of the Ministers of God. Oh my gosh.
Religious.
This is why I have a problem with church. Each Sunday, followers would assemble in Heinrich's home to discuss theology, unaware that there were living and dead women in his basement a few feet below. Heinrich would target sex workers, lure them to his home under the guise of using their services, and then restrain and dump them into his pit.
Ew.
He would hold anywhere between 3 to 4 women at once and would even convince one of them to become his accomplice. He would punish any captives that didn't behave either by duct taping their mouths shut or by inserting screwdrivers into their ears.
Oh.
When one of his captives died, he dragged her body upstairs, dismembered, and cooked it. He then mixed the body parts with dog food and forced his other prisoners to eat it. Heinrich was caught when his accomplice escaped and informed the police. When authorities investigated Heinrich's house of horrors, they struggled to comprehend the sheer brutality on display. He was sentenced to death, becoming the last person to ever be executed in Pennsylvania. This is why you check your friends' basements. I'm telling you, this is why.
You've never been in mine.
And I don't have one, so...
That's not true. I've seen pictures.
It's not really a basement per se. But did you know? There's did you knows. Gary Heinrich was one of the real-life serial killers that inspired Buffalo Bill in the 1991 film The Silence of the Lambs.
I was thinking about that while you were talking.
Heinrich's primary motivation was to create a harem of sex slaves. Oh my God. At least one member of Heinrich's religious group assisted him in the torture of his prisoners, which you said in the story. Heinrich inserted screwdrivers into his victims' ears to deafen them so they wouldn't hear him approach in the basement. And before progressing to murder, Heinrich fathered 2 children with 2 different women. Both women said that Heinrich would lock them in captivity for long periods.
Wow.
Nice guy.
Speaking of serial killers, have you seen previews for Josh Hartnett's new movie in M. Night Shyamalan about the concert?
Concert? Oh, yes!
Doesn't that look good?
It does, yes. Where he takes his daughter to the concert. Yes, that looks really good.
I want to see it. And plus,
what do they
M. Night
call
Shyamalan.
it? Not turn. What is it called? Rob, are you looking this up?
Google.
Nope. Okay.
Trap.
No,
he was in Oppenheimer. I haven't seen that.
Oppenheimer was really good, but you have to dedicate like 3 hours of your life to it. So
Anyway, I don't have that attention span for anything.
We saw it in the theaters twice, back-to-back weekends.
we did.
Was that good, huh?
It was good. It was really good.
All right, pick a card, any card. All right, today for the Massachusetts Unresolved Cases, Homicide and Missing Persons deck, we are going to go with the 4 of Hearts. It's an unsolved homicide. Jose Tattoo Gonzalez. On August 8th, 2014, at approximately 3 a.m., the victim was shot on the Interstate 91 on-ramp from West Street in Springfield, Massachusetts. If you have any information about this case, please call 1-855-MA-SOLVE.
Well, thank you, Wanderers. This is a weird episode, but we hope you liked it.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Fun to record.
Yes. So, yeah, thank you guys for coming on, and
Good night.
good night. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening today.
Wicked Wanderings is hosted by Hannah Fitzpatrick.
And me, Jess Goonan.
And it's produced by Rob Fitzpatrick.
Music by Sasha N.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave us a rating and review.
And be sure to follow us on all our socials. You can find the links down in the show notes.
And if you're looking for some Wicked Cozy t-shirts or hoodies, head over to our merch store.
Thank you for being a part of the Wicked Wanderings community. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Stay curious,
Keep exploring.
and always remember to keep on wandering.
Get ready to rock your style with Wicked Wanderings.
Introducing our brand new merch.
Cozy up in our Wicked hoodies.
Or flaunt your vibe in our sweet-ass t-shirt.
Join the Wicked Wanderings crew, explore the mysterious,
and head to our merch store now.
The link is in the show notes below.